I know I don't know everything, but if there's one thing I'm entirely sure of, it's that you're not falling behind. You're just in a different chapter.
And when I say you're in a different chapter, I mean you should stop comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. They started a long time ago on something that you haven't even planned yet right now. Now, I found myself doing that after pandemic. It was the first time I started feeling left behind because apparently social media decided to shove successful people onto my face. And whenever that happens, I get like this subconscious feeling of envy, and a thought echoes in my mind like saying, how do they do that? Why can't I do that too? But eventually I realized that that doesn't matter. I immediately knew the answer to that question as I remembered the years I spent just playing video games, while those people that I was already looking at are probably already starting on their work or whatever they have right now. They started chasing their dreams a long time ago. They have put in more reps than me and definitely have failed more times than I have. And you could say, or I used to say, but we're the same age. They live just as long as I have. But I realized that that's not really the age that you should be looking at. You should look at how long they've been doing it for. Like the when did they start age. Because if they started 5 years ago, even just a year ago, then how old are you right now? Another reason as to why I think we've started feeling left behind is because we and in the digital world right now are more than ever before surrounded by successful stories. And it's not a bad thing, yeah. A lot of people can share their wins in life, that's great. But it becomes less great when we start to often look at it and think to ourselves, damn, I wish I was doing that great in life. It's not a bad thing to dream, but we often forget about the reality that we'd have to go through before that. So I suggest that instead of exposing yourself to success stories, try finding their struggle stories instead. Learn and see for yourself what they actually had to go through to achieve that kind of success. Because do you know when those successful people say stuff like, oh, finally I achieved this after X amount of years, or I worked so hard to get through this, and highlight those sentences that they say and really think about it for a moment. They actually needed to do that. Imagine yourself in your day-to-day life having to go through that. Instead of being constantly wowed, start asking how. Look at what it was before the success, not after. And I can go as far as to say that you should idolize the way they worked hard for it, not the materials or superficial success that they acquired throughout. Beyond, do not go beyond the area, but I'm not yet beyond the area, am I? What, huh? And lastly, let's try to keep reminding ourselves that this is our timeline. We all have different timelines each, and it's totally up to us on what's next to come. For example, there might be this one kid who's already become a prodigy in piano at 3 years old, or there might be this 60-year-old guy who just recently found his passion for painting, like just yesterday. Think about that. There are actually old people who are still able to find things that they realize they actually wanted to work on. If you think about it in that way, then there's really no feeling left behind now. And well, yeah, sometimes the chapter of our life naturally changes when external things trigger our usual or daily routine, but that's something out of our control. Which you might not have known is for the things that we can control, we can intentionally move on to the next chapter. And when I realized this, I thought to myself, well, then I don't have to stay stuck here forever. The only reason why things are still like this is because I keep doing the same old actions that I've been doing all my life. You don't have to wait for life to magically divert your path to a different one. You can just make your own. Okay, I'm really starting to get creeped out. I keep hearing noises on the side. Let's get out of here. Alright, we're doing the vlog cringe thingy style. Now, if you're willing to close this chapter and move on to the next one, you can start with this. And no, I'm not going to tell you to write down your goals. I'm pretty sure you've written them down already quite a few times. I want you to look at one of those goals and figure out what's that one action that you're required to do as like a non-negotiable to eventually achieving that goal. There has got to be one. There's that one thing. For studying, for example, or for getting straight A's, it's obviously just studying. For, let's say, building muscles, it's obviously just working out every single day. Make a simple habit tracker, literally like this one. Stick it to your wall and commit to doing that every single day. Just see this tracker as a reminder for that said goal. Because sometimes people they write goals, but they never actually commit to them. Or like just completely forget about them over time. Because research shows that you're 12% more likely to pursue that goal when you constantly remind yourself of it. So yeah, I'm going the right way, okay? So yeah, just having goals isn't enough anymore. You need to start showing up. Even in the smallest ways. You got it, bro. I believe in you. Wait, wasn't the exit on that side? Way around. I don't think I have to go all the way around. My ass hurts. This pole is not good for sitting. They're looking. Whatever. Now, if you're willing to date, actually need it. Happy now, bitch? Amen.